So that was possible, and also the fact that living this sort of lifestyle was possible. That's just breaking those limiting beliefs has opened up so much for me now.
It's funny because I remember I spoke at an event for the OTE in 2021, and I think I was doing like 150k a month then, and I think I just said it blasé, just didn't really think much of it, and apparently like people were just fucking perplexed, like that was even fucking real. I just thought it was fucking normal because I was just in my own kind of little bubble, and I think too many people kind of have a glass ceiling in their head of kind of what's been done. And like, even you mentioned that like it's 100k possible. I'm going to be launching another fitness business with someone else, and from scratch, our goal in the first 30 days is trying to do 100k in a month. Whether we do it or not, we're going to probably document the back end of it. But I think it's also good to set big goals because then it makes you take big actions to kind of get there.
I think once you've got the systems in place and you've got the guidance and support in terms of how to get there, it's definitely possible, right? You've seen so many people do it. You just have to do the right things. A lot of it is mental as well. Once you can break those limiting beliefs, getting there is definitely possible.
Do you think it was harder for you to get to 10k a month or 100k a month?
First 10k was definitely the hardest because you're just in the trenches doing everything, aren't you? I'd say the first like 15, 20k, to be honest, was very difficult. Anything from like 20k upwards, as long as you can get the right people in the right seats, helping you out with the back end. Yeah, the 50k to 100k was rapid, like two months.
So this is what I think is really interesting. I'm glad you said that, because the biggest frustration I have with people is when they're stuck in that like 5 to 20k a month range, which in my opinion is the shittest part of having your business, because you were doing everything. You have no fucking mental bandwidth, and you're literally like ADHD on your phone trying to deal with everything all the time, which I'm like, you have to get out of that zone as quickly as possible to get to like 40 to 50k a month, because then you can suddenly create some space for yourself to actually think.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what you just said there. 5 to 10k a month, doing every single part of the business. I remember even when I was on my own, before I even brought any coaches in, I had 120 clients on my own, doing all the sales, doing all the marketing, doing all the back end. And it got to the point I couldn't enjoy it. And then I could start bringing people in, and that's when the business took off.
So you got the business on your own without anyone helping you to 120 clients?
Yeah.
And how long ago was that?
That was about 2.5 years ago.
And then what was the point? What first got you into fitness coaching? Gave you the idea for it?
What first got me into fitness coaching was, to be honest, growing up at school was difficult for me because I pretty much failed everything, I'll be honest with you. My only passion was football back then. I was always into fitness, and I got to the point I was wondering, where am I going to go? What am I going to do? Right. So I came out of uni. I got a master's degree from Loughborough, which is a great sports university, of course. And I went straight into managing a top tier gym branch back in the UK. And I was managing like 30 plus personal trainers during my time. Then I was doing that alongside my online coaching. And then when it got to the point that I was making the same amount of money with both, I thought I have to make the jump here. And that's when it took off.
Okay, so this is interesting. So it's kind of similar. My backstory is like I built my online coaching business while still working full time. I had like maybe like 100, 150 clients or something. And I was still working. Most people say they don't have time to work full time and then do your online coaching thing. What did your lifestyle kind of look like then?
People say they don't have time because they want to come back from work and just chill and do nothing, right? So if you come back and you're prioritizing your right time and you've got the right systems in place, it's definitely possible to do both. And in terms of what my lifestyle was like, I'll be honest with you, like I disappeared for like a year, pretty much from everything, right? And all I focused on was the business. But I feel like you have to go through that phase to get through the other side. Like building the business is the best thing you can do, but also the hardest thing that you will ever do.
I think, in my opinion, it's really warped at the beginning because you have the least amount of skills, resources, and the worst mindset, which again is why you need to kind of get yourself out of that. And I also think that's credit to you because if I was going to put a statistic on it, I would guess 98% of people's coaching businesses don't make 10k a month, or probably even 5k a month. Yeah. So like that means anyone who gets above that is like an anomaly, and then to get to 100k a month, are probably like 0.01%. To be able to kind of do that. What do you think, from your perspective, you think has then changed in terms of the way you look at your business now, kind of going forwards?
I've had to completely change my identity, right? So I no longer identify as someone who's just trying to coach someone. Now it's really about leading the team. How can I lead the team to get to this point? And like obviously the financial side is great, but the impact that we're able to have right now amongst the South Asian community, I mean, it feels incredible, because a lot of the South Asians, they feel like nothing's really going to work for them. And I feel like I'm someone that they can look up to. And I wish I had someone like that when I was growing up. So yeah, I've had to completely change that. I've had to dial in on my mindset big time. I've had to definitely develop as a leader. And I think genuinely that's what's helped me get to this point.
So it's interesting you say that as well about you obviously understand your niche inside out and the people you kind of work with, which is then why you get such good results, which is then why your business grows. It's what I try and explain to people as well. It's like people always want to try and put profit first in the business, but in reality, it's got to be like the people who work for you, then the product, and then the profit comes last. Because if you do it in that kind of order, then everything just flows and you have a long-term business as well.
Well, that's the main thing. Like now it doesn't feel like we're not having to chase leads. I'm not having to undersell the programs. People can see what we're doing.
What were you charging when you first started?
150 quid a month.
Okay, and what's your program now?
We're like between, it depends, what, 3 to 5K a month, 3 to 5K packages.
Okay, so that's also an example in terms of like how you get your business to make more money is charge higher prices.
Yeah.
So like, I remember when I first started, I think I was selling coaching programs for like 12 weeks for like £99 or something.
Yeah.
And I think you can get a lot of clients doing that, but it's also a very unscalable financial kind of business model.
I think you get the wrong type of clients with that as well. Like back then when I first launched the business, I was working with another mentor who said, just charge 150 quid a month. That's what most people do, right? But what switched in my head was this is not just fitness coaching. The outcome that the clients are going to get from this is worth 10, 15, 20 times that, right? So they're getting healthier, getting fitter, they're living longer, their families respect them more, they're making more money themselves. Like you can't put a price on that.
I can give a good example of that as well. It's that price is relevant to the person you're selling to. So I remember I had a lady who was a speaking coach who I had like a consult with, and I was like, I fucking no idea how much this is going to be. And it was like a free kind of like call, and then you could kind of sign up afterwards. And I was like, how much is this going to be? It's going to be like 10 grand, 15 grand. And it was like, oh, it's $1,500 for 3 months. I was like, okay, like I'm in. So I was like, that's the difference in terms of perspective of what I thought it was like 5-6 times what she was going to charge, because the upside for me is massive if I get better at public speaking or compared to maybe someone who just works in a normal business.
But it's like the results that we can get now, right? The results are completely different to the results that we were getting back then, charging 150 a month. When people make the investment that they're making now, they put themselves in a position where they've got their back up against the wall and they have to do it. So we're attracting the right sort of clients for ourselves. The results are much better. So it's just a much better ecosystem for us.
Now, if you enjoyed this clip and you're a coach, creator, or a business owner and you want help in terms of how to scale your business using ads, AI, content, marketing, a lot of things we talk about on the show, then hit the link at the top line of our description in the YouTube video. You can book on a call with us and we'll walk through the whole process, audit your business, and show you where there's huge, huge opportunities for you to scale.